You know, that's very interesting that you're talking about that. Just in the last break, I was talking with Scotty and a few other people here. And one of the things that I recognized immediately is that I remember sometimes that you've talked about your vibration is where you last left it. Usually in the mornings when I start my day, I do a little journaling, I do some meditation, and I go skipping on my way to work. And at work, for those 8 hours, there's something different that happens. Very different that happens.
Yes, there is. And you are creating that right now with this awareness and conversation. Mm-hmm. In other words, just this identification that work is harder because of what goes on there, you're practicing the vibration that continues that. See? Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
So how could you, so let's play this unconditional love game.
Okay.
So briefly, what are the conditions at work that make alignment less likely? Just tell us some conditions that you would like to be changed. He jumped right on that. You saw it on his face.
Right. I could speak specifically about my boss. That would be one condition that could change.
So what is it about your boss that if it were different?
Micromanagement.
And if his incessant micromanaging would cease,
right,
how would you feel?
I would feel so good. I would feel the ability to
just use emotional words if you can.
Okay.
I would feel
relief.
Relief is not the emotion that we're looking for. While it is a feeling, relief is the letting go of. Give us another emotional word. I would feel, without that micromanagement, if that condition could change.
I would feel exuberance.
I would feel. and now there's a lot of momentum in exuberance. And so this is important. So what you are trying to make us believe, which defies the laws of the universe. You're trying to make us believe that your train can be going 80 miles an hour that way and then suddenly go 80 miles an hour that way, and it can't. It's going to slow down before it begins going the other direction. So rather than jumping right on with exuberance, which is not, what emotion would you feel if that micromanaging would cease?
I would feel fun. My job would feel like fun.
I would feel ease.
I definitely feel ease.
Ease. Now, I would feel ease. I would feel ease. I would feel ease in the allowance of my own juices to flow.
Flow was my next word. Flow.
I would feel ease in getting to do what I'm inspired to do. I would feel the flow of my own inspiration. I would feel the clarity of moving toward what I want without someone else taking me off in another direction. Now we're offering some sort of negative commentary here, but we're wanting to hone in on that feeling. I would feel ease, and I would feel confident, and I would feel sure, and I would feel stable, and I would feel good. I would feel happy to be there. I would feel glad. I would feel inspired. I would feel uplifted. I would feel capable. I would feel efficient. I would feel satisfied. I would feel proud. I would feel exuberant.
Yes.
I would feel passion. I would feel elation. I would feel eagerness. I would feel so very glad to be here. Now, think about, just in that conversation, don't you sort of kind of feel that?
Yes,
in an
absolutely.
Unconditional way?
Yes.
In other words, the guy didn't go away, but he didn't need to for you to focus yourself into that.
Right.
So now, your relationship with that micromanager has changed just with that conversation.
Yes.
You are not the same person showing up tomorrow as you were if you had not done that. You see what we're getting at?
Absolutely.
You're different. Your point of attraction is different. You have created a different vibrational atmosphere. He must rendezvous with you on a different disc. You are now choosing the disc that if he's going to rendezvous with you on, he must come to where you are. You've been going to where he is, and he's always there, ready for you.
Yeah.
But now you're not there. He'll go. He won't find you there. The universe, you'll zig and zag. You won't find each other to be there. He won't be able to, on all levels of co-creation, he won't find you. His thoughts about you will be different now. If you're vibrating in this place and he's vibrating in this place, if he's micromanaging, meaning he's looking for trouble, he's looking for things that people have forgotten, he's trying to prevent things from going wrong, and you're up here, tuned in, tapped in, turned on, inspired, he cannot play with you. You have changed your vibrational relationship. You have experienced unconditional alignment, and he cannot buck your current.
Absolutely.
He cannot buck your current.
Right.
But when you join him on his current and complain about it, you got nothing. And that's what you're complaining about. You're not complaining about him micromanaging. You're complaining about your absence of management. He's controlling the show. And he's taking you where your inner being wouldn't take you. Now, you and your inner being are in sync. And now he's going to join you because the leverage, because you are utilizing the energy that creates worlds, you see. And right away he'll begin saying things to you like, I like the way you think, or I like the way you handled that, or I'm glad I don't have to worry about you, or it's easy for me to just know that you're going to get it done. Esther says that to Scotty. Scotty, I don't even think about where you are. He and Sandy out in that big rig, dragging this stuff all over the nation, and Esther never sits down and worries about where they are. I wonder if they're going to make it. Wonder where they are. Wonder if they got a flat tire today. Doesn't even think about it because she knows he's got it covered. She doesn't have to micromanage Scotty.
Absolutely. You know, I have to tell you, I just have a lot of appreciation for this work. You know, this is my 5th workshop, and I've been listening to you for a few years. I listen to you just pretty much every day, a little bit of you every day, and it has made amazing, amazing changes.
Well, it's because it resonates with who you are and what you know.
Yeah, it does.
And so, but in some ways, we love you so much, and we like you to listen, and we like you to tune in, but we don't want to be the condition that tunes you.
That was my next question.
We know.
That was my next thing.
And in other words, we want you, of course, in other words, we're teachers of the laws of the universe, and the laws of the universe this law of attraction is so consistent that it will never get squirrely on you. It will you'll always know where you stand within it. And so as words don't teach, it's only life experience that teaches. Strange we offer so many words, isn't it? but then our words resonate with the life experience that you're living, and then you have that knowing, and then off you go again.
Right.
Yeah.
I think what my question was, though, is that you've talked a lot about do things that make you happy, do something that's fun. If it's listening to music,
we want to clarify that further.
Okay.
We're not just saying occasionally do something that makes you happy. We want to say do only what makes you happy.
All right.
But then we want to add to that. Be happy at what you're doing.
You're right. But
Because you have a choice. In other words, you keep thinking that that when we say do only what makes you happy, that seems like, well, then works out. Can release that child.
Right.
Never go to dinner with that person again. But when we say do only what makes you happy, what we really mean to say is be happy in what you do.
Right.
Prepare yourself vibrationally so that the universe is yielding to you things that are more potentially happy.
But
don't do anything out of obligation or
Right.
justification or rationalization. That justifying stuff, here it is. It's if you could release your need to control the opinion that others have of you. Oh, that's so big.
Or seeking approval from others.
Well, that's what we're talking about. I will be this way because I'm trying to control your view of me. So so since I know what you think, I will only expose the parts of me that mesh with what you need me to be, because your approval of me matters. And we say, that'll make you crazy, because everybody's got a different vantage point, and they all want different things from you. Most of the world is living a very conditional love, and you all have let them train you to try to conform to the conditions that they need. Have you noticed it? Have you ever had a person in your life that you really wanted to please, and so you did, and then another person in your life also wanted you to please them, but they wanted different things from you? And so you just did your best to never get them both in the same room at the same time, because that's where it goes bad.
Right.
Well, now multiply it by all the people in your life. In other words, you really got to give that up. It's what keeps people from their joy more than all other things put together. You came into this experience and you sought approval because it's nice to be around people who are happy. And you found that when you behaved this way, they were more happy, and when you behaved that way, they were less happy. And so for a while, you tried to please them until you found out they were fickle, and that what you were doing wasn't the reason that they were happy or not happy. And so when you discover that the way you feel is about your alignment with who you are, it's your alignment with Source, as you get into that awareness of that guidance, then you can be unconditionally happy, which means there are a lot of people around you that are going to have to adjust.
Right.
But what usually happens is, because all of you want to love, all of you are innately those who do love, and when someone that you love, who you love, is happy, you usually feel good. And so demonstrate to everybody that you care about that you are happy by being happy, and watch how much less micromanaging they do, because so much of their micromanaging is in trying to make it better for you, or for the whole, you see. We like how it's all turning out, don't you?
I love it. I do. I absolutely love it. And you say you don't want us to, I might not be using the exact words, but not to depend on you so much. But when I do listen to you, that's one thing that I really enjoy, because I hear something different every single time. It's the same answer, but it reaches me in a way that just says, oh yeah, I didn't think about it that way. It's always the same answer. It's always the same answer, but it applies to the various parts of who I am.
And after a while, you'll have the formula down. Start with the things that are easy and let the universe demonstrate to you your alignment. And then before you know it, you can find alignment about everything. And then you will be the all-powerful being that you are.
Yeah.
And what your quest is joy. In other words, that's what's at the heart of everything that you are seeking, is joy. The basis of your life is absolute freedom. You are so free you can choose bondage. Your quest, the reason that you are here, what you are after, your goal, what you live for, is joy. And the result of that will be eternal expansion. But we can say this to you in another way. Eternal expansion is yours no matter what. The joy part is optional, you see. But why would you deprive yourself of the joy that we are all feeling now in your expansion? Do you get that?
Yep.
Life is causing you to expand. This combination of thoughts, minds, desires, beliefs, conversation has never been before into all of the universe. There has been extensive expansion as a result of this collaborative conversation. And so, and we are over the moon about it. In other words, the exhilaration that we feel. Your happiness about it is optional. You get to choose whether you're overwhelmed or whether you're in alignment or whether you got a little bit of it, or you get to choose all of it. The basis of life is freedom. The reason for life is joy. The result of life is never-ending expansion. And once you get into that rhythm, then you've got it. Enough?
Enough. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Second one.